Dear children, today we are going to discuss class 10th, ninth chapter, some applications of trigonometry. Some applications of trigonometry is the lesson, which is essay questions coming last year question papers. This year maybe blueprint may be changed, so we will see later, but concepts are very important. Line of sight, the line drawn from the eye of an observer to the point in the object viewed by the observer. That means you can watch the downside figure, see once. This is the line of sight. Here observer is there, that means one person watching object upside. So line of sight is above the horizontal line, means that he has to or she has to raise her head or his head to look at the object. That is called angle of elevation. If the line of sight is above the horizontal line, this is horizontal line, so above the horizontal line of sight is above the horizontal line, that's why it is called as angle of elevation, that is represented with theta. Here line of sight, horizontal line means which is horizontal to the plane surface our earth. That means here observer means that who is watching the object. Object means it may be a tower top point or a building top point or a hill top point, like that. Any pedestal, top of the pedestal, that means top of the tomb, top of the mosque, or top of the any church, top of the any building, like that. It may be a temple tower, top of the tower, like that. You can take a top of the top point, object point, like that. So to find out this height of the, without climbing the place, you can measure the height of the tree also, even mountains, like that. That is the application part. So you need to understand this concept clearly. Now angle of depression, I shall discuss about angle values later, because the main important point is here angle of depression. If the line of sight is below the horizontal line, that means this is a line of sight. Here observer is present on the, suppose on the first floor of the building, or from top of the building, or from the topmost tower place to downside, they may observe. So this is horizontal line. Here we are considering dotted line, I said no. Yes, I have drawn that horizontal line. Line of sight is below the horizontal line, then it is called angle of depression. So angle of depression means that line of sight is below the horizontal line. You might have observed this is also horizontal line, no? Of course these are parallel lines, but afterwards this is line of sight is observed as a transversal line. So alternate interior angles are same. While doing the sum, we are taking as this triangle only. We are not considering this, but we should treat it as dotted line I drawn, no? That one horizontal line. This is line of sight. Line of sight is below the horizontal line. That means when we lower our head to look at the object, that is called angle of depression. Here object point is downside is there. From the top of the building, we are observing a bike or one pole of the pole bottom or top, like that. When we are getting the sums, we can understand all these concepts. Next, object point is same. Here object point is same, but observer points are different. By that time the nearest, from the nearest object, foot of the this is foot of the object is more angle. Long distance means less angle, less distance means more angle. Suppose we are observing from the foot of the tower or foot of the pedestal or foot of the building, whatever it may be, the less distance means more angle. We have to observe the height, more height, whereas long distance means less angle will be given. Yes, that I have kept in as 60 degrees and 30 degrees in that. Here object point is same, object is not changed, object point is not changed. Then what is the changing point here means observer points are observer points are different. That is observer points are different. Observer points means downside, here one point, it is another point. Make it correct observer, just I rubbed overwriting is there, that's why it is look like a black. Observer spelling points are different. Long distance means less angle, less distance means more angle. Whereas another one also important here, that is object points are different. Object points are different means that first floor building and top floor, topmost building, or one is tower, another one is, suppose one is building, another one is cell tower, say like that example we can take. One is built on the building, there is a cell tower present again. So by that time different heights, building height is different and cell tower height is different. From there onwards we need to count. So observer is point is same. By that time the building here less height of building, cell tower is more, so that's why less height means low angle will come, more height means more angle. That means he has to expand, yes, he has to bend back his head and watching that topmost point, so height is more in that. I shown in the figure capital H for more height, small h for less height. So this is the variation. Another one more important, while doing the sums we need to learn the concepts. Already you learnt in trigonometry chapter, introduction to trigonometry chapter we learnt, but here values of sine, cos, tan. Mostly in the sums we are using tan value because opposite by adjacent values mostly coming. Sometimes sine also coming, rarely cos also we used. So 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, like that values are given in our syllabus. So sine 0 is 0, sine 30 is equal to 1 by 2, sine 45 degrees is equal to 1 by root 2, sine 60 is equal to root 3 by 2, sine 90 is equal to 1. Suppose you are changing, just reverse it, 1 sine 0